Okay. See, now would be a great time for me to know how to use editing tools, but I don't have any, so I just have this one shot to make you a video, and if I in any way digress, I have to start over, so I'm not going to start over. The next thing I categorized in your paper was hopeful themes. You have a lot of really hopeful themes in your life. You're a great student. You had good grades growing up, and you won all these spelling bee contests, and you're the teacher's pet, and they put you in honors classes automatically at the various schools, and you're a quick learner. Even now, when you study things at work or in school or classes, you're a very quick learner. That's a really hopeful theme. That's great. It's a great gift that you were given. You seem to have a lot of strength in art and music and creative writing, and you were a violin player, I guess, growing up. That is so cute. I can't even stand how cute that is. And they put you in the first chair. Is that what it's called? It's such an honor. And they skipped you from beginning to advanced without having to go through intermediate. And I guess you did really well in your art classes in grade school and high school, and you're the best in the class. That's really cool. That's so cool that you got a hold of your artistic side. A lot of people lose that really early, and it's great that you haven't lost that. Another theme in your life, I just picked up here and there, but I think it's true, is that you seem to love animals. You're very nurturing. Dogs growing up, cats, all of that. It's a great strength to have, being able to relate to other creatures and other beings. And another theme I noticed was that you're really devoted to your family, and I think part of that's being an enabler, you know, but I think part of it is that you just seem really to love people, and you seem like you're willing to be close to them. Mostly the women, but or maybe only the women, I don't know. Protective of siblings, and determined to think well of parents. You seem to like your in-laws and had that experience of growing up as a extended family, and that's nice to know that you're not in this life alone, that you have these relationships. I think that the fact that you have these relationships is a good sign that you can have a marriage if you want it, or whatever, a life partner, and kids later on. If you have any positive feelings at all about family growing up, then it seems like you can transfer that to a family, you know, a family life with your own kids. So, I don't know. Another theme I've noticed is that you're a really hard worker. Had a lot of jobs growing up, and it's been important to you to be a breadwinner and to stay committed to your work. You seem to have a really good work ethic, and you're diverse. You're willing to try all kinds of jobs, see whatever will make a buck, but also, you know, you want to find out what your true passion is. Well, that's really cool. A lot of young people, I mean, really, where I live, a lot of young people don't even think about jobs. It's all about going to their parents to ask for the next check, or cramming a whole bunch of people in one apartment, and not thinking about financial stability. So I'm impressed that you're doing that. Another theme is that you seem to be happiest in Texas. Got positive memories there, so stay there, you know. And another theme I've noticed is that you have a lot of really good insights about human nature, human dynamics, yourself, friends, family, how the world works. That's a really good strength to have. It's really important. So, we've talked about some difficult themes, some hopeful themes, and I wanted to talk about some possible ideas for your life. I don't know, solutions, advice. I think you've thought about most of this stuff already. I think you're doing a lot of this stuff already, but I'm just going to point it out again because I can, because I have the time to do it. First of all, I'd like to say that it would be really helpful if you could be aware of your innocence at all times. So you were a kid, you didn't cause anything that happened when you grew up. I don't know, it seems like different adults tried to make you feel guilty at different points in your life, and I know that was just because they were not capable of taking responsibility at the time, but to be really aware of your innocence. Kids are innocent. They come into the world, they expect the adults to take care of them, and they need to be offered that. So, you're innocent. Then the next thing I wanted to say was that there's all this research now, I think I believe it, that says that brain development is not complete until you're 25. So you can kind of forgive yourself for any bad choices you made up to this point, and any bad choices you make in the future too. But if you think about the fact that you're a kid in your early 20s, it's not as embarrassing when you think, oh gosh, I did this or that. I have things I'm embarrassed about too from my 20s. But when I realized I wasn't really making the best choices, my logic and my reasoning wasn't established, and I didn't have all this life experience, so I don't feel as bad for some of the things I did that might have been sort of questionable. I think it's very important that you confront this family pattern of substance abuse within yourself. AA. I know that you're doing really well in that area right now, but substances are everywhere. Alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, and they're there, and it's so easy to take advantage of it because it's such an easy fix. It's an easy way to numb the pain. And I think it's so heavy in your family. Maybe it's genetic, maybe it's experiential, maybe it's both, but I think you have to kind of confront this head on. You need to sort of avert the problem. You need to interrupt the problem before it happens. Okay. And I think you need to avoid men who use substances too. It's hard. I've never really been attracted to guys that use substances, but it's not a big thing in my family. And for people who have that issue, it's like they're drawn to them like a magnet. It's so comfortable. So you have to be really aware. Really aware. I would suggest that you do some more inner child therapy. I don't really know what that means. It's kind of a buzzword. I think it means different things to different therapists, but it's kind of like going back. Part of it is going back and creating some kind of nurturing presence from your childhood. It's like going back and having, talking about certain experiences and pairing it with a trustworthy relative or maybe a spiritual presence. It's going back and recreating some of these experiences, knowing that you're safer than you thought you were.